I don't think enough people are talking about the dangers of not using a very simple Google tool when wanting to scale, and anyone can use it. Actually, in the past, for other businesses that I've helped.
But I feel like, and based on my experience, when you move people from email to DMs, it's much better. Like it's quicker, it's
Yeah,
everything else.
I found out not a lot of people check their fucking email.
When taking into consideration all the workflows, all the emails, all the automations, all the SMS, everything that I've helped build for other coaching businesses, I've sent well over 19 million emails, and this works perfectly fine. In fact, there's 4 reasons why this works so well. I'm gonna jump on my computer, show you the entire tool, show you how to use it. You can copy this thing and you can use it to scale your business, or if you help other coaching businesses as well, you can use it too. So let's jump on my computer and let me show you what this works so well. Whenever you're building any type of marketing strategy for your coaching business, for your agency or whatever, you need 4 big pillars. If you don't have those pillars, then your stuff is gonna just break and not work, and nobody wants that. So you need planning, delegation, clarity, and testing. So this one tool that I have here that I'm showing you is literally the same tool I've used in the past to create very successful ad campaigns, very successful workflows, email workflows, and just strategy that has helped coaching businesses scale upwards to $1 million a month. It's very simple, and it's this tool from Google that you can actually use for free, and anyone uses it. So this one right here is the one that I give my clients, because obviously they pay me money, so I make this for them and they can use it. But the way you can copy this too for your own business is first and foremost planning. Now, a lot of people, if you're like me, I like old school stuff. I like to just write things down pen and paper, but sometimes you can't give that to, for example, a person that you hire in Upwork, or maybe your CSM, or maybe the person that's doing ads for you, whatever. Granted, you're the brains of the business, so you want to paint things out very clearly, give people very good instructions, and then just hand them this and say, build this out. So for whatever marketing strategy that you're doing, maybe it's an opt-in page for a VSL, a video sales lead, well, I said that already, a video, a training, maybe you're doing a blog spot or an article, or maybe you're transcribing your podcast into a blog post so you can rank on SEO, free sauce right there. You can actually do that and pay somebody to do it for you. Maybe you have a sales page or a thank you page, so when somebody books a call with you, they see a thank you page, and then you can actually put this in the planning as well. Sales page, checkout, members area, webinar, you get it. You know, there's a bunch of different things, and then you can add your own. Obviously, these are very pretty because we made them, but basically the main thing that you want to absolutely have here is all the steps in a funnel. Now, I see this often, man. Like a lot of people out there, if you just search on Google, like scaling strategies or whatever, everyone's gonna be showing you the same thing that everyone's teaching, which is, it's kind of sad actually. Everyone's like, just do a growth funnel and it looks like this, and you do top of funnel, middle of funnel. Like, yes, everyone knows that. That's, don't just repeat what everyone's doing. What I'm saying is, you want to go into the actual details, and you actually want to build stuff that makes sense. And if you're hiring somebody to do it for you, you want to make sure they understand what's in your mind. So this is a very bad example that I can think of right now, is a funnel that you're basically doing a 2-step, meaning, for example, you see this very often now, and if you go to my Instagram, you see a bunch of examples like this too, is you have a reel or a post and you say comment whatever, and I'll send you the free guide or something. Maybe probably you came from Instagram because I did just that, and then you're watching this, so it's kind of like Inception, which is pretty cool. So you want to plan everything. So the first step is, hey, we're posting something on IG, it's organic, and it's for a free training. So it's gonna look like this. And then the next step is people land on a lead magnet, they give us their name, their email, and then they're gonna watch a webinar or a VSL, which then opts them to an opt-in, which could be, you know, either buying your stuff or, you know, scheduling a call with you, whatever it is. Use your brain, but more importantly than anything, the planning part of it is important for you as the business owner too, because it's gonna buy you, you know, brain waves, and it's gonna buy you bandwidth. That's the word I was looking for. So English is not my first language. So it's gonna buy you bandwidth. But by that mean is you can paint everything out and you can work on specific parts of the funnel. So organic, now you know you have to work on, you know, an IG, the copy, the video, the angles, whatever it is. For the lead magnet, ideally you have a bunch of sales assets that you can use to give out for free. And then webinar, ideally you have a VSL, or if you don't have a VSL, you can have just a sales letter or just a video that sells your services in the VSL, and just make it, please. Okay, so now let's just say this particular post is doing pretty good. So what you can do is you boost it. So now you're planning out the specific steps. So you're doing organic and ads, and I have a video here on my channel that explains how to combine both of them so that you're actually making this disgusting amount of money and you can help more people. Okay, so you post an IG organic post and it's doing pretty well, right? So it's just cold traffic and you're boosting it. You want to boost it to reach more people. So everyone who opted in via your IG organic is going to go through a lead magnet. So you start painting things out. I'm not going to go through this funnel. Honestly, I just built it in like 2 minutes. But first thing is planning. The second thing is delegation. What delegation means is now when you go to the next step and you actually hire people, you hire a content agency, you hire somebody that writes your copy, somebody that, you know, can post things for you in your name using some sort of app or whatever. You can build it out and you can show it to them. and you give them this as an SOP, standard operating procedure, you can give them this so that they can actually build it for you, which is awesome. Now, this is planning, that's delegation, and the third one is clarity. Clarity, the reason why clarity is super important is for every time I meet with one of my clients, it's the most important thing they're looking for is clarity. Because ideally, if you're watching this video, you're somebody that's actually good at what they do. Maybe you're a fitness coach, maybe you are an agency, maybe you are an education coach, mindset coach, whatever. You're probably really good at what you do. And because you're really good at what you do, you are what I call a technician. And if you've watched my stuff before, you know what I'm talking about. What that means is basically you're very good at one thing. When it comes to actually doing the business side of things, when it's actually doing this type of things like VSLs, like funnels to get people into your booking calendar or whatever, you're not that good. So you have a Frankenstein of ideas and things that you want to put on paper, but it's confusing because you don't know where to start. So things like this give you tons of clarity. So when you have clarity and you have a specific step, so like I have an IG post and I have one specific lead magnet that all my clients love, so I'm going to push that out as much as I can so I can get more ideal clients. There's one specific lead magnet. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going to start testing different posts on my IG to see which one hits, which is the last step. So now once you have the planning ideation that you have here, if you want, you can have delegation for it as well. And lastly, clarity and then testing. So what happens is in each step of the way, let's just say IG organic, it's doing well. You're getting a lot of comments. People are loving it. They get to your lead magnet page. People are opting in. You have a 20% plus opt-in rate, which is great. But now you start to see that when it comes to the webinar, nobody's watching it. Like there's a 2% watch rate. Now you know that this one's doing good, this part is doing great, but this part is kind of sucking. And because this one's kind of sucking, you're not getting opt-ins for your calendar, and then you're not getting sales, and nobody wants that, and then you're sad, and then you know what to do, and then you quit. We don't want that. So with planning, you put all the steps in. With delegation, you can delegate things to key team members so that they know what everyone's supposed to do. Somebody's doing the content, so maybe that's if you have an agency, or this lead magnet's probably going to be you because you know the business more than anyone and you know the pain points more than anyone, or so I hope. And then webinar, maybe somebody who scripted the webinar for you. And then if this is sucking because people are clicking on it and they don't like it, then this is what needs to be tested. A/B testing, maybe the headline, maybe the subheadline, whatever. Or maybe when you're sending emails for people who opt in for the lead magnet to go to the webinar, they're not clicking, they're not opening the email. So this is when you start to plan things out, giving you a tons of clarity to see what are the pieces that need to be, that you need to do like surgery on. Basically, that's what I tell my clients. So again, tools like this. Now, it's not the tool that's going to make you successful. It's the way how you use the tool. If you give a hammer to somebody that's dumb, they're not going to do anything with the hammer. Now, if I give you a hammer and I give you the instructions of how to use it, probably ideally you do something good out of it. All point on this is when you're trying to move to the next step in your business, ideally, you either have one of 3 different buckets that you're working on. You're doing content, you're doing the monetization of the attention that you're getting, and some sort of operations. Tools like this integrate all of those. Why? Because you have something that's giving you the attention, something that's giving you the monetization ideally, and then the operations side of things. It's all of this tool where you get to either in here do automations like ManyChat or go high level, and then here you're using some sort of email, some sort of Zapier, some sort of something that you can track everything and see and dissect everything. So all in all, if you're a business owner, you need to start using tools like this, which are free, that are going to give you tons of clarity. You don't need a new funnel. You don't need AI to do whatever it is that you're planning to do. You don't need to automate things because then you're wasting time on trying to figure out what you have to automate, when in reality, you don't even know what you're doing in the first place, right? So listen, all in all, hopefully this helps you, but this is just like one piece of the puzzle. The other pieces of the puzzle is that you have to understand that when you are in that 10 to 60K a month mark, sometimes it's hard, man, because it sucks because you're trying to hire people to do this delegation to, but you don't know who to hire, or the people who you want to hire, maybe it's just way too expensive and they don't really understand the intricacies of your business and whatnot. So you're in this like weird catch-22 of business where you don't know who to hire or when to hire or what to do, or people are too expensive. And you're wearing all this millions of hats, trying to do all these things on your own, which when you're starting, it makes sense because you're just starting out and you're trying to like get your feet wet on all this stuff. But when you're trying to scale and growth, it becomes really hard to do 1,000 things at a time. Attention, the monetization, and the operations of business, right? So if you want to see how that works all in conjunction, I can show you how I've done this for my clients, and I can show you how we do it in the backend. It's a private training that I've made public. So either it's going to be one of the videos that I have somewhere here, or just the link down below, and I'll show you the free training where you can plug things like this in every single aspect of your business. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions, drop them down below, and I'll see you in the next one.